spilled some. I don't even know what that's a timer for. I've got so many things cooking. Clevver Style! What's up? Erin here. If you're new and you don't know me, you should know one thing about me. I love food.
Oh, it actually tastes like better than what I make at home.
Wow, this is so good. But in this video, we're gonna test my skills because I'm going to be cooking an entire Thanksgiving meal without a recipe.
Say what?
Ever since I moved to Los Angeles, I have cooked Thanksgiving every single year. Usually it takes me 2 days to cook Thanksgiving food. So I'm gonna try to fit all of this into a few hours and make a delicious, tasty Thanksgiving meal that, you know, won't make people be sick at the end of this video.
I sure hope so.
You should see the food that's spread out in my kitchen right now. I have so much food to go through. This is only half of it. There's a really big secret I need to tell you. And I don't cook turkey.
But you gotta have turkey on Thanksgiving.
Whoa. You guys, I'm terrified. Should we call him Frank? I don't know, if I name him, it seems really dark if I eat him later. I don't even know what temperature to cook it at or how long to cook it or how to clean it. Or I know there are gizzard guts that I have to clean out or something. I'm gonna call my mom and see if she knows how to cook a turkey, which I don't think she actually does because I've never seen her cook a turkey. Hey mama.
Hey hon.
Hey, listen, I got a question for you. I'm cooking a turkey today. I'm supposed to cook it from memory, but I don't have any memories of cooking turkey.
Remove the contents inside the turkey.
I have to remove the contents, okay, like the gizzards.
Yeah, all that stuff. Put some butter inside the turkey. Lots of butter and salt and pepper and massage the whole turkey outside. How many pounds?
It's 11 pounds. It's 11 pounds.
It should tell you how many hours it should cook for 11 pounds.
Mama, I can't read the instructions.
Forget damn rules.
First recipe of the day is going to be cornbread. Now, I am using the Jiffy like pre-mixed corn muffin mix. Nothing says Southern like a bunch of yellow carbohydrates.
Is butter a carb?
And I'm making extra, and the reason why I'm doing this first is because I need the cornbread to go into my stuffing because I make a cornbread stuffing every year. So I'm gonna make that first, and then I'm gonna put the turkey in since it's gonna take forever. So I know it's like 1 to 1 to 1. So I'm gonna add in the Jiffy mix, 1 egg. I'm gonna do a third and a splash. Now we mix.
Macaroni in a pot.
I like to add a little sugar, or a lot of sugar. We can keep going, Oh, spilled some. Now the next problematic step is not knowing how hot to cook this stuff. I'm pretty sure this is either 350 degrees, 400 degrees, or 425 degrees. And I think I'm gonna do it at 350 degrees because that way I know I won't burn it. This is my cornbread mix. I'm thinking I might have used too much milk. I don't know, here goes nothing. See ya in 10 minutes, maybe? Okay, I had to put my hair up and get my gloves out for this turkey moment, which is the superstar of the show. Here he is. Here's Fred and all of his juices. I feel like I shouldn't be this grossed out by a turkey. I eat meat, but there's something about the innards of a turkey that really just is very off-putting to me. Wow, that is a cavernous well of weird looking things.
Man, that's gross.
So I have added salt and pepper, and I'm about to add some butter, put some butter on the inside. And so that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna butter him up, look at him go. There's something really weird about this visual. Ooh, yes. I'm gonna add some water. And then I'm just gonna throw it in. I think they're supposed to cook on low, like 200 degrees. 250, 300 degrees. Fred, I believe in you. You're going in the oven. I want you to perform like you've never performed before. I want you to show YouTube how good of a team we are. Oh, it's touching the top. Crap. Let's try this again. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. All right. So far, so good. While Fred is cooking, I'm gonna start my mashed potatoes, which I think might be my favorite Thanksgiving side dish of all time. The good thing about this is I recently cooked garlic mashed potatoes, and I also have cooked it so many times that I think I know the recipe pretty well. So I'm gonna peel these puppies, cut them up into equal sized chunks, put them into cold water on the stove, heat it up to where it's kind of bubbling, and then let it sit until the potato pieces are really soft and fall apart when you poke it with a fork. And then I'm going to steep a bunch of herbs and spices into some simmering milk, or half and half. It's starting to smell so good in this house. Like, I want all this to be done so I can eat it already. Got my butter, I've got my mashed potatoes, and now I'm adding my creamy sauce. Do you wanna see this beautiful masterpiece? Here we go. I mean, if you could smell this through the camera, you guys would pass out. It smells so freaking good. Oh, they're so runny. No! Crap!
I also have cooked it so many times that I think I know the recipe pretty well.
Okay, so my mashed potatoes are way more watery than I like them to be. So I'm gonna add some Parmesan to it to see if it like helps with the flavor and the texture a little bit. No, it's too runny. I don't even know what that's a timer for. I've got so many things cooking. So I'm pretty sure my oven is smoking, and I think it's because of the, I don't know. Why is it smoking in here? Also, I must say my cornbread looks pretty good, actually. I'm really, really surprised. So I'm gonna make this for my cornbread stuffing, and then I'm gonna do one more for just regular cornbread. Next is a homemade green bean casserole. We're all familiar with like the standard green bean casserole. You get a can of cream of mushroom soup and those little French onion things, and then you call it a day. I don't do canned green bean casserole because I think the fresh version tastes so much better. I'm going to be making fresh, made from scratch green bean casserole, with the exception of the Frenches, just because like I don't have 3 years to make this. So I have some green beans. I'm going to trim them and boil them for a bit, and then blanch them in cold water to kind of stop the heating, cooking process. And then I'm gonna make, basically it's like a roux. I don't know if that's the technical term, but it's gonna make that mushroom creamy filling that goes inside of a green bean casserole. I threw some butter in a pot, and I'm letting that melt down, and I have some chopped onions I'm gonna throw in there, and then I'm gonna add chopped mushrooms into the mix, obviously. So I've softened my onions, I've added my mushrooms, I've added garlic, salt, and pepper, and everything looks pretty good right now. But now I'm trying to figure out what I do next. I know I add flour to the mixture at some point. I know I add like chicken stock at some point, and I know, and I think I add milk or cream, like something to make it creamy, but I don't know in what order, and I don't know how much. I'm stressed. It shouldn't matter. It's all going to the same place anyway, so I should just throw it all in and see what happens. That's what we're gonna do. Looks all right. I'm just gonna add it to the mix. Oh, it's soaking it up pretty well. Okay. Cool, love that. Now I'm gonna add some chicken stock and milk, because that's all I have. I'm literally just eyeballing this. Here she is. Okay, things have thickened in the plot and in my green bean casserole. The sauce, it's not right. It's not right. So what I think I'm gonna do is add in some just shredded cheese, because cheese makes everything better. Now my sauce is as thick as it's gonna get, so I'm gonna add it to my green beans and kind of toss it around. I wanna give them kind of like a nice coating of this stuff. Ooh, she's saucy. Ooh. Okay, just checking in on my turkey. My water level looks good. Honestly, guys, it doesn't look bad at all. Kind of looks like beautiful, actually. All this juice is bubbling. On to maybe my second favorite dish for Thanksgiving. It is the cornbread stuffing. So I'm gonna take the cornbread that we made earlier and mix it with some saltines and some dried bread. It's like the only thing that looks like I remembered it. So this is gonna be the base for the cornbread. And then what I do is I pour the mixture with the onions and celery and all of that jazz into this bowl, and then I mix it and add eggs. So I'm gonna go with like 4 eggs, and then eyeball the chicken stock to see when it hits the right consistency. It's been a long day so far. I've been cooking for 6 hours, by the way. But we have to keep going, we're not done yet. Let's just keep going, let's see how it does. For anybody out there who doesn't know how to cook, who needs something that's cheap and easy and also very impressive, it is bacon wrapped dates. I'm gonna cut up my bacon into kind of tiny strips and sear it with a toothpick and put the date in there, and then let's see what happens. I'm telling you, you should make this. People will be very impressed. I definitely don't need a recipe for this one, so that's good. So I'm gonna mix up some pumpkin bars. This one's a little tricky because there's 2 parts. There's a crust and there's kind of like a filling type of thing. Ah! The next part is a little bit easier because I remember it's like a 1-to-1. So it's like 1 package of cream cheese and 1 jar of this amazing spiced pumpkin butter stuff from Williams Sonoma. So I'm gonna mix that together, throw a splash of vanilla, throw some cinnamon, some confectioner's sugar. I think that's it. I think that'll be my topping. Okay, here is Fred. He looks like he's been through something. But luckily, I went digging around in my drawers and I found a meat thermometer, which I didn't think I had, but now I have it. But now I don't know how hot it needs to be. 175. Is that safe enough? Okay, I just laid out this amazing spread. Here's how many sticks of butter I used today.
The limit does not exist.
This was a lot of fun. I am exhausted. I need a back massage, but I have so much delicious food that I need to share. So I'm gonna package up some to-go items for some of the girls at Clevver and see what they think of this delicious feast.
Some time has passed. I brought all of my lovely, delicious, hopefully, Thanksgiving food to the girls. We're shooting today, so hopefully they'll like it. I'm excited.
It smells amazing.
There is a twist on this that I don't think you guys know. I cooked all of this without a recipe.
I honestly think that's the best way to cook, so they say. It's just you kind of feel it out and you just put what you feel in your heart. You know, you cook with soul, you cook with love, so that's what you did.
Yeah, something like that.
Ready with mashed potatoes. It's like mashed potatoes are my favorites, yeah. Buttery, really good. Creamy, yep. Salty. Wait, Erin, this is good. What are you talking about? You don't need a recipe.
Well,
Ooh, I like that stuffing. Is it bad? Turkey. Oh. I just gotta be on, you know what I mean?
No, you should be. It's horrible. It disintegrated into my mouth.
I feel like Joey and Friends right now, and I'm like, meat, good. Potatoes, good. Cornbread, good.
Eat good.
The fact that it's actually cooked and presentable, like, that's more than I could ever do.
The fact that you haven't died from salmonella yet is actually the only thing I was going for. I just didn't want anybody to get sick.
Erin, this is very impressive.
Thanks, guys.
I actually ate all that cornbread and it was very, very good. Very good.
What's not to like?
Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Also, there is a video right here that you're probably going to love. So since you're gonna love it, you might as well click on it and check out and see what it is.